Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. How pleasant and wonderful it is that brothers and sisters are gathered here together. So we're going to start it off with that for Shabbat.
הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים.
Saying, grow, grow. That if just imagine that if every little blade of grass has that angel, then what about us? Right? What angels are around us singing a new song for us to grow and grow? Shir Ladonai Shir Chadash.
שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בצרו מיום נשועתו, ספרו וגויים כבודו בכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד,
So we sing a new song, and we sing an old song of tzedakah. So where's Damien? Damien. There you are. Come on up, man. Invite to share some words of wisdom on tzedakah.
Okay. My name is Damien, and I am a grateful member of this community. Man, it is a great honor and a privilege to stand and deliver this drosh on tzedakah tonight. I sort of thought Thea was joking when she asked me to do this, to be honest. But when she locked in on my face with those piercing blue eyes, stop. Easy. It was then that I knew she was not kidding. So I got into action, and I consulted with various community members and got a more clear idea of what tzedakah truly means. I came to realize it's more than just charity, but rather an ethical obligation as a grateful life liver and member of this community. Rabbi Mark even mentioned in the past, a person who gives 10% of their salary will live better off the remaining 90% as opposed to if they were just to keep the 100% of their salary. A simple yet divine concept. I walked in the doors of Bts Shabbat 3 months ago for a Shabbat service, exactly like this one, before I became a resident. I wanted to see firsthand what was going on around here, and let me tell you, it was a healthy combination of fellowship, recovery, and community. I even texted a Jewish brother of mine during that service and told him, yo, it's like a party up in here. And he said, see, I told you, nobody parties like the Jews, bro. And I couldn't agree more. I sat behind Carrie and her husband at that service, and she was so stoked to see me in person as I had been checking in with her over the phone throughout that week. I had explained to her I had been sober for some time and I had relapsed. And everything that they said would happen actually happened. I let myself down, I bruised relationships, and pitifully demoralized myself. And to top it all off, I broke out in handcuffs, yet again. I had lost my way and needed guidance on how to regain sustainable sobriety. After leaving services that day, I prayed that I would end up here. I had been blessed with the gift of desperation and was willing to give Bts Shabbat an honest effort. I've seen this place work for other loved ones in the past and present, which made it even more of a no-brainer. A month later, on September 7th, I will be granted the opportunity to fully experience the culture and build a new life worth living. My experience here has been nothing short of eye-opening, and my connection to God has gotten deeper since being here at Bts Shabbat. I'm seeing firsthand why the residents have a light in their eyes and seem genuinely happy. I'm eternally grateful for all the staff here, the residents, and community members that contribute and help keep these doors open. It's the time freely given and the generosity that's shared so kindly that gives people like myself and my fellow residents a safe place to heal. The best part is that we too get a chance to freely pass that generosity and wisdom on to the next person as it was freely given to us. Thank you. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Damien. So we invite everybody to give generously, whether you're in person, we're passing around the tzedakah boxes, and on Zoom. The QR code takes you to the marathon spot right now, so if you can do it on the website or Venmo, that would be great as well. So thank you for giving generously. And from tzedakah, we move to tshuva. We're talking about the creation story this week, Bereshit. And one of the things that is beautiful about our tradition is that even though it might not say it explicitly in the text of the Torah, our tradition holds that tshuva was actually created before the world itself. That the rabbis believe that God embedded within the fabric, the DNA of this world, our opportunity to make amends, to be better, to grow, God knew we were going to be imperfect. So this is our opportunity to shine light on those moments where we've missed the mark and be grateful for the endeavor of being human. So I want to invite anybody in our community who wants to share to please line up on my left. And for those on Zoom, if you want to raise your hand as a participant, we can get to you as well. Yeah, come on, Kyle.
Hi, my name is Kyle, grateful member of this community. So I'm being Kadima tomorrow, which means I'm leaving treatment. I came here in 2019. I went through the program, then I became a staff member, relapsed, and then they let me come back again. So I'm going to take a cake with my brother in a few weeks, so I will go into that spiel. Next thing, Helen, I love you so much. today's been a year since your husband has passed. And in Judaism, the first 7 days when we sit Shiva is when we go through that pain and everything. Each year with my mom and my dad and other friends that have passed away, I reflect on all the good times. And that is something that we hold near and dear to our heart, even though we know they are gone. So I just want to say I love you. Thank you for always being here for me over all the years, through thick and thin. And now you get to see me at a great place in life. So thank you so much.
Hi guys, I'm Charles. I'm an addict and a grateful member of this community. I want to express one teshuva for leaving here and trying to do things the Charles show my way, thinking like living in self-will never works out very well. And I want to express my extreme gratitude for everything Bts Shabbat has done for me. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to try to come back, but I've been dealing with my mental health and doing everything I should be. And it's really different once you leave here. It's like a family here. It's so many friends, so much love. So I just want to express my gratitude. Thank you.
What's up, guys? My name is Jonathan Waknin, and I'm a grateful member of this community. It's good to see so many people over here. I wanted to come here and share tonight. I came here about 10 years ago, and last year I went to rehab again, and my roommate passed away on my birthday 2 weeks ago, and he was only 20 years old. I work in recovery now as well, and I just want to see, I'm running this marathon because it's really important to me. It taught me the most important thing, a foundation for my life. It taught me when you work hard for something, those Sunday morning trainings during the week, it's brutal sometimes. When you get closer and closer to the marathon, and then you cross that finish line and you get your medal, that feeling is like, damn, I just earned that. Like, not even 1% of the world's population can say they did the marathon. When I crossed the marathon in 2013, I was with Trisha Tupanen. Rest in peace. Trisha committed suicide, unfortunately. And then, so in memory of Trisha and in memory of my friend Blake, I'm running for recovery, but what I'm running for is overdose awareness and suicide prevention. And in honor of those two people, my two friends, I'm going to be donating to every one of my team members $18. $18 represents life. And in Jewish tradition, we don't donate in multiples of either 18 or 26. 18 represents life, 26 represents God. So I would like, if anybody can share, donate to our team. Check out the stories. Everyone has a cool little story. $18, a simple donation is all I ask for one team member. If you can do more, I'd love it. Thank you for letting me share.
Hello, Shabbat Shalom, I'm Max. I'm a grateful member of this community. So my dad's sitting in the audience right over somewhere. And I just want to share some gratitude for my dad. I don't know, I feel like there's some guilt that I feel just for, I don't know, the mess that was my teen years, and I don't know. I'm just feeling a lot of gratitude for my dad, and no one really prepared you for what roller coaster this was going to be, but I remember when we were packing up my house in Denver, when I realized my life was way too unmanageable to be living there, and I had to come here. And we were like running to the gate, running at the airport, and then we finally got our seats, and you were like, "You rock, you are my rock." And I was like, you know what? You too. So I really appreciate you being by my side through all the running through the airports, and let's hope there's no more of that. So thank you.
All right. Anybody on Zoom? Last call? Okay. So we're going to continue with Mizmor Shir L'Yom HaShabbat. How do we sing a song of gratitude again for Shabbat?
Two songs about gratitude.
Because we need a rest.
We're going to hammer it home. That's what this is. Here we go. Y'all ready?
Ted on drums. David G on bass. Thea G on guitar. I'm going to try something. Laura B on keys. No. And Cantor Nate. Trying to mix it up, you know? All right. So we're so wonderfully gifted with music, and we're wonderfully gifted with new residents to come in to work in their recovery. So I want to invite our 3 new residents this week to come up and stand on my left. Andre B, Eliza L, and Austin P. Please come on up. And our birthday, Peter W, for 6 years to come up on my right. Come on. So you're going to read there, or if you need to, right here. Okay? And big call and response. Come on, come up on stage. Don't be shy. I only bite if I like you. Okay. Slide.
May the door of this house be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who lonely for fellowship.
May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express, hopes to nurture.
May the door of this house be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity.
May its threshold be no stumbling block to young, restrained feet.
May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness.
May this house be for all who enter the doorway to a meaningful life. Amen. All right, don't go anywhere. Hi, what's your name?
Eliza.
Hi, Eliza. What do we say to Eliza? Baruch haba b'shem Adonai. May you who have come be blessed in the name of the source of life.
Nelek be'or b'shem Adonai.
Let us walk together in the light of the Divine One. Welcome. All right, come on over here. All right, what's your name?
Austin.
What do we? Baruch haba b'shem Adonai. May you who have come be blessed in the name of the source of life.
Nelek be or Bishem Odonai.
Let us walk together in the light of the Divine One. Welcome. Come on in.
Thanks, brother.
Okay. Hi, what's your name?
Andre.
Andre. Andre? Andre.
Yeah.
Is that good? Okay. Baruch haba b'shem Adonai. May you who have come be blessed in the name of the source of life. Let us walk together in the light of the Divine One. Welcome. Okay, and before I forget, these are some notebooks for you, courtesy of the sisterhood. To here, and Peter, why not? You can have one too. Okay, but more importantly, you're part of a community now. And one of the stories that happens this week's Torah portion is the story of Cain and Abel, story of our first brothers. And it didn't turn out so good, huh? Not for Abel, who was murdered, and even probably more so worse for Cain, who commits murder and is exiled, who's cast off, who is shamed, who is no longer allowed back into the family and the community. And one of the ideas behind the motives behind Cain's destruction of his brother is that he was unable to actually speak words. He went out to the field. The text says, and Cain said to his brother Abel, but it doesn't say what he actually said. He was unable to speak his truth to his brother. He was unable to reconcile the pain in his heart, and he took it out on somebody else. So for each of us, we are all experiencing that pain, that hurt, that primal wound that all of us encounter, that brokenness that existed far before we were even born. And your task is to learn to overcome it. Yet it's urges to you, as God says to Cain, and you can master it. That's what this community helps you do, to master those desires, those impulses, to hurt another because you yourself are hurt. And if you know, sometimes it feels like it's too much and you don't know what to do and you want to go and hurt somebody or hurt yourself, we ask you to do one thing, and that is... Hold on. So welcome to Beit Shuva. Welcome to this community. And there's a reason we have you on one side and birthdays on others. Because soon we hope you'll be moving on and blessing others who are coming in. So welcome to our community. You want to rise and welcome our community members in. Come in from in the middle and shower them with blessings. Go this way, please. Go down the stairs. All right. Thank you, Austin. All right, we're going to continue with Lechado D, welcoming the... Oh, I'll get... Thank you. Welcoming the Shabbat bride.
All right. Here we go.
Lechado D, Krakala, Pene Shabbat Nekabela, Shamoy V'Zachoy Bedi Borechad Tishmi'anu El HaMe'ochad Adonai Echad O Shemo Echad L'Shemo Tiferet Ve'eliti La Lechado Di Krakala Pene Shabbat Nekabela Likrat Shabbat Lecho V'Nelcha Ki Mekor Ha'Beracha Merosh Mikedem Nezucha Sof Ma'aseh B'Machshava Tigila Lechado Di Likrat Kala Pene Shabbat Nekabela Itoreri Kiba Orech Kumi Uri Shida Veri Kevod Adonai Alaik Nigla Lechado Di Likrat Kala Pene Shabbat Nekabela. Everyone, please rise and face the doorway as we welcome in the Shabbos bride. Boi v'shalom, Atzeret bala, gam besimcha, uvetzola, tzoch emunei, am segula. Boi chala, lechado di krakala, pene Shabbat nekabela, lechado di krakala, pene Shabbat
All right. Feels like Shabbat, right? Another way to make it Shabbat is by lighting our candles, by differentiating between the 6 days of creation, of work, and Shabbat, which is Kodesh. So, Peter, can I invite you to come on up one more time? And if you want to bring anybody special with you to come on up and light the candles as well, we invite you to do that.
ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirshano b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
While the candles are burning, we want to invite a prayer for healing, a Misha Berach, for anybody in our community who is in need of healing. So if there's somebody you're holding in your heart, whether on Zoom, go ahead and put their names in the chat, please. And those in the audience, please go ahead and say their names out loud now. Rachel Bat Tajgol. Who are in need of healing, be healed with refuah shlema, a complete healing of mind, body, and spirit. And let us say, Amen. Continue with Micha Mocha by Dan Nichols and the 18.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש. נורא תהילות עושה פלא, נורא תהילות מלכותך רעה ובניך
is that the first time we've done that one?
First time we played that one.
I like it. It's a new
Met
take.
him at the camp 2-3 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. I love it that we incorporate other
Dan
Jewish
Nichols.
music. Dan
Jewish
Nichols.
Singer-songwriter guy.
All right. All right. So we're going to continue with the Baruch Hu. This is one of those moments where the Baruch Hu, it comes from the Hebrew word barech, which is blessing, but also it comes from birkaim, knees. This is, in the old days, we used to fully prostrate and get down on our knees and worship and really bend down like you were in the presence of a king or a queen, right? In the presence of royalty, how do you give up a little bit of yourself in service of something greater than you? So the Baruch Hu is the invitation to be in service of a higher power. We invite everybody who can to rise, please.
Baruchu et Adonai Hamevorach Baruch Adonai Hamevorach Hamevorach Leolam Ba'ed Hamevorach Hamevorach Leolam Ba'ed Baruch Adonai Hamevorach Leolam Ba'ed.
You can have a seat. Before we continue with the Shema, I just want to invite us to take a moment of mindfulness, to close your eyes, to take a deep breath, as the Torah talks about this parsha, when God breathes Ruach Elohim, that God, Nishmat of Elohim, the breath of life, into Adam's nostrils. So just take a moment, take a few breaths to breathe in all of creation, literally, through your nostrils, and let it out. And that each and every breath we take is literally inhalation of grace, is inhalation of all that has come before us and helps us be present to declare God's oneness as we say the Shema. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Adonai Elohecha Bechol levavcha ubechol nafshecha ubechol meodecha vehayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha veshinantam levanecha vedibarta bam veshiftecha beveitecha Uvlechtecha vaderech, ushochbecha uvkumecha, ukshartam leot al yadecha, vehayu letzotafot bein einecha, uchtavtam Al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha. Thank you, Sam. I love our community. Shabbat shalom, everybody. If you didn't notice, we celebrated completing the cycle of Torah this week on Simchat Torah, right? All the residents were dancing. There was nobody resistant to come dance with the Torah, right, guys, right? Tim, I know that was you, right? I knew you were in there, right? We celebrated finishing, and immediately we start all over, which is a fascinating ritual. And every time we do it, I'm always reminded of a question. What is this thing? What is Torah? What is this all about? Why do we do this? I mean, anybody else have that question? Bob, I know you have that question, right? What is this endeavor of Judaism and Torah all about? And when we start the cycle all over again, what is it trying to convey to us? I mean, you can look outside and see all the destruction and chaos that religion has caused. Why would we want to be celebrating this? Why would we want to be dancing around and celebrating and glorifying a system that might hurt others systematically and used as political tools to subjugate other people, right? Are you with me? Am I the only one that has this question? Good. Whew. And the beauty is that our rabbis struggle with this question too. And so I want to go over a few different rabbis at different times who have different answers to what this endeavor of Torah is. The first one is Rashi. Rashi was a French philosopher, more than rabbi, commentary. He was the first one to compile a line-by-line commentary on every single line of Torah. He expanded on what the pshat means, the contextual understanding of Torah means. And what he says is, Torah is a book of laws. It's a book about commandments of what we need to do that is specific for the Jewish people. In fact, this whole book, entire book of Genesis, the creation story, all those brothers and sisters, the whole family origin story, we don't need it. God should have started the Torah in chapter 12 of Exodus. Once the Jews left Egypt, because the first commandment was build a calendar, sanctify time. That's what you need to do. Give me rules, and that's for us to follow, right? The rest is just details. The whole beginning of the whole book of Genesis is really all about laying the claim that the Israelites have to the land of Israel. Okay? Philosophy number one from Rashi, it's a book of laws. It's going to teach you what to do, and it's just for a particular people. Now, that's back in the 1100s in France. 100 years later, a guy by the name of Nachmanides, or the Ramban, in Spain, who is a Kabbalist, a mystic, an incredible scholar as well, he comes along and says, yeah, Rashi, you're right. And it's more than just a book of laws. It's a book about faith. All the stories about creation, right, are there to teach us about God and that there is something greater than us. And he says, he's not so big on atheists, right? He says, the reason we start with Bereshit bara Elohim, that in a beginning God created, is because if you can't look at the world and see wonder, and see that there's something bigger than yourself happening, if you can't look at the world and say, I am not God myself, there's something bigger than me, then he calls you a kofer be'ikar. Which is not such a nice word, but it means you're a heretic at your core, right? That all these stories are here to teach us that there's something greater. There's a power greater than ourselves. So that's two. But what I really, really love is by a guy named Shadal, Shmuel David Lazzato. He's not a rabbi. He grew up in Italy after the Age of Enlightenment in the 1800s. And he's a scholar. He's secular, but he looks through the Torah to see its wisdom. And this is what he says. Torah was not given except to straighten the ways of mankind to righteousness and justice, and to establish in their hearts the belief in God's unity and providence. Since Torah was not only given to sages, but rather to the whole people. Okay? For Shadal, it's how do we make ourselves better? How do we work on ourselves towards righteousness, to justice, and have that unity, that oneness of God? He goes on to say, because again, he's coming up in a secular world, an enlightened world, a world that everybody has rights. It's not dominated by religion. He says, if you're trying to mend science and religion, you're missing the point of Torah. Torah is not about philosophy, nor is it trying to understand natural sciences. Rather, God is trying to speak to the heart of every individual, to the youth according to his manner, to the young man in a different manner, to the old person in a different manner, to the strong in a particular manner, and to the weak in a particular manner. So too, the rich in one way and the poor in another way. For all groups of men, God speaks to their hearts in a specific way that is fitting to that group of people. And he goes on to say that the language used, right? The language that we use about God is human language. It's language that we all can reflect and understand, right? God gets angry. Well, I get angry. God gets sad, has a saddened heart. Well, I understand sadness. And these words are meant to penetrate and impact us so that we understand not only our way, but God's way. And he goes on to say, and this is like such beautiful Torah, he says, the reason we have the creation story is that God wanted to inform everyone about the unity of the universe and the unity of mankind. Since error in both of these matters has caused great evil in ancient times. From the lack of awareness of unity of mankind, it came out that the people of one nation will hate and revile people of another nation. And they would act towards them with force of arms and not with justice and righteousness. So these two principles, these fundamental principles of the unity of God and the unity of mankind, that is the main point of the creation stories. And that is what Torah is teaching us. It's not just a book about faith. It's not just a book about laws. It's about recognizing that there's something greater than us and that we are in one big human effed up family together. And we have to learn that we are our brother's keeper. That's what Torah is all about. Shabbat shalom. All right, so another thing that Torah is all about beginnings and new beginnings. So August is going to share a little song about highs and lows on your own journey as you Kadima as well very soon from Beit Shuva.
Hello? Hey, Mom. Yeah, I just want to say, like, man, I'm just so grateful for Beit Shuva being a place that helped me learn how to live. Because before, I really didn't want to. And I didn't think it was possible, and I still don't. But I've learned how to take action, and I learned how to ask for help. And this place is so beautiful, and like I'm always gonna shout this place out forever because it was a huge part in saving my life. I remember Rabbi Mark Blumenthal was like one of the first people I talked to, and the date. Can I talk for a second? No. Okay. No. I'm just saying, like, so my uncle Mark, he died of a heroin overdose a year before October 5th, and my date I came here was October 5th, and Rabbi Mark Blumenthal was one of the first people I talked to, and I was like, wow, this is weird, and God's been guiding me since, and I'm so grateful that I've strengthened my faith here, and I don't feel weird talking about God. Yeah, I'm excited to share this song. It's just about like embracing, like going forward, man, because life is, yeah. Oh, yeah. Keep on. 7th fret. It's a different guitar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, hello. Keep it coming, all of those highs and lows, low and behold. I am low, I am okay, alright, oh, yeah, alright, alright, oh, I am low, I am okay, alright, oh, yes is a nose, handshakes for sure, pass on back, redirect me round two. Show me the door, so I follow. Then I'm back in through the window, do it myself, and you see worth a lot more than my way. And go, I'm like, oh, 14K kind of pure. Ben's like, oh, keep it coming. All of those highs and lows, low and behold. I am low, I am okay, alright, 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 I am low, I am okay, alright, yeses and nos, everything's a yes to me. It just takes time for them to lose hold of their ID. Yours, if they have goals worth going towards, they would see my life's goals. Hold that no, like I'm belly kicking, flip it like I'm melon. I'm involved, beg my pardon, do that often. The DeLorean I'm in, 88 go often, idiot go often. Keep it coming, all of those highs and lows, low and behold. I am low, I am okay, alright, okay, friends turn to foes, alright, okay, lowercase o, alright, okay, circle getting small, alright, alright, okay, making new goals, alright, okay, glitter's not gold, alright, okay, learning how to love. Can I keep it coming? All of those highs and lows, low and behold. I am low, I am okay, alright, 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 okay. I am low, I am okay, alright, okay. Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, August. Soak it up, man. Take it in, August.
So grateful for this community, man. Like, they always take you back, which is crazy. It's just beautiful.
The house of return, right?
That's right.
Of course, man. Love you, dude. It's not only the house of return, it's the house of celebration. And I want to invite up Peter W. for 6 years of sobriety to share some words with us as well.
Thank you, everyone. Can you hear me? I am a grateful community member here. I came here, I guess 6 years ago it's been, and I was here for 16 months, and I didn't prepare anything to say anything, so I'll just say it off the cuff of me. But I tell you, every single person here, even down to the people that were just like me, that were drug addicts, and all the way up to staff who were drug addicts too. Everyone could relate, and it didn't matter if you were an alcoholic, you liked methamphetamines, you liked heroin, whatever you liked. They taught you how to like something else. And what I think a lot of us had in common was we were using because we were trying to escape something that we didn't want to be. And what Bts Shabbat taught me and taught other people was how to be part of the community. And one thing that I'm grateful for that I still need to practice, which I practiced way before, which was asking for help. And I find myself now, 6 years later, it's really been a tough past year for me. And and I think why I've been struggling so hard was because I haven't been asking people for help. And coming here today reminds me that it's okay to ask for help, which I did back then. So I'm grateful for everyone here, and grateful for the time that I had up here to talk. So thank you very much.
Don't go too far. We're going to sing happy birthday for you and bring out a cake. So if your loved ones want to come on up and present this to you as well.
Come on, Joel.
You see the cake? I don't know.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Peter. Happy birthday to you. Keep coming back sober.
Mazal Tov. You guys can have a seat. Thank you very much. We're hoping to celebrate more birthdays every week, more years of sobriety. We're going to continue with Oseh Shalom. There's an interesting teaching about creation that Shamayim, heavens, is a combination of two words, Hebrew words, Aish and Mayim, Shamayim, fire and water. And that the heavens are really this fusion and peace between earth, between fire and water. And so when we say Oseh Shalom Bimromav, when we say God makes peace up on high, we're talking about this concept that God is the power of paradox, of the force that holds paradox together, and that is our job in creation here, right? How do we hold the both and? How do we hold forces of darkness and light together and create from that? So say shalom. We're going to do a special Nava Tehillah version too.
Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oseh Shalom Bimromav. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו ואמרו אמן. לילה 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 yalla lie 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 yalla lie la 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 lie lie yalla lie 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 yalla lie 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 yalla lie la 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 lie lie. Oh say shalom bimromav, oh yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al goy Yisrael ve'al goy yoshvei tevel, ואמרו ואמרו אמן. לילה 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 יאללה לילה 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 יאללה לילה 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 יאללה לילה 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 יאללה לילה 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 יאללה לילה לילה לילה. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו ואמרו אמן.
Yeah. I know it's Nava Tehillah. Nava Tehillah is one of their congregation in Jerusalem that is, in a lot of ways, we have a lot of similarities with them in how they use music and mindfulness and really go deep in one or two verses for like 10 to 15 minutes. So I think we can bring a little Jerusalem and Nava Tehillah to Beit Shuvah as well a little bit more often. So on that note, we're going to continue with Aleinu. So invite everybody to rise as well.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עצרנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יחיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
You're going to have a seat. We honor those who came before us and who are no longer here in the world physically, but their spirit remains with us. And to a couple of our community members in particular this week, to Jamie Sherman, who lost her father, Dennis Sherman, this week, and Hannah W. on the passing of her mom, Jennifer, as well this week. So we hold them deep in our hearts, in addition to those that passed this year. Rabbi Mark Blumenthal, Martin Rips, Nick Huff, Irma Lee Simon Pearl, David Heller, Nico Jacob Asforms, Zenaida Zuskrun, Aharon Ben Yehuda, Dr. Saul Block, Mandy Benayim, Adam Aarons, William Lurie, Judy Burke, Norman Scharf, Fred Rothschild, Mark Kessler, Henry Hank Schrimmer, Joyce Powell, Inosi Blumenkrantz, Stephen Grossman, Leon Perrick, Robert Gorsey, Gary Mintz, Marilyn Buckley, Estelle Carlton, Patricia Blumenkrantz, Jessica Bayer, Matt Pollinger, Orion Brown, Carlos Catano Rios, Linus Stern, Lucy Franco, David Gallardo Sr., Bernard J. Alpern, John Baker, Hunter Venturelli, Faina Tsrilina, Lieutenant Mark Fleischman, Dr. Vinay Sundaram, Eleanor Gassaway, Zev Ben Shmuel Yaakov, Erwin Belsky, Clayton Leon Cochran, Melvin Nimoy, Simcha Farkas, Laura Avinia, Leslie Barnett, Phyllis Siegel, and Jerry Sansacklad as well, honoring their yahrzeit, and Dennis Sherman. And then the yahrzeits of Adam Fox, Alan Leonard, Robert Silver, Sidney Pilot, Gertrude Colton, Sarah Doon, George Rothschild, David Wolf, Richard Block, and Jerry Sansacklad. For those on Zoom, if there's somebody you are honoring and want to remember, please go ahead and unmute or share their name in their chat. Hey, Lucy, come here. And for those here in the sanctuary, we invite you to rise who are remembering somebody. And again, our tradition is nobody stands alone, so if you find somebody alone, go ahead and stand next to them, put your arm around. Matthew Carey. The words of Kadisha Tomer on the screen, we reply, Amen. Yitgadal v'yitgadash Shemei Rabbah. Amen. Be'alma divarach yiruteh ve'amlich malchuteh. Be'chaye echon uvyom echon uvchaye dechol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala uvizman kari v'imru. Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam olmei olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitale v'yithalal shemei dekudsha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tush b'chata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. May the memories of those who have departed be remembered for a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Amen. You can have a seat for a couple of announcements. Thank you again, Mazel Tov to Peter for 6 years. And thank you to Helen for sponsoring Shabbat in honor of Jerry. And 1 year, we thank you for sponsoring Shabbat and supporting our community and all that you do. And talking about sponsors for Shabbat, next week, right? It's nice to, if you don't want to have the mask on, we're in a place where we don't have to wear masks at Beit Shuva for the first time in God knows. So you want to come up here, Lucy? You want to say Shabbat Shalom? No? Not yet. So next week, next Friday, we're going to have the first Shabbat meal back at Beit Shuva since the beginning of COVID. So we want to take advantage of where we're at COVID-wise and numbers-wise. So that meal is going to be here for our community. Feel free to spread the word after Shabbat. We're always looking for sponsors to cover and offset our costs and needs so we can afford to do this and do this more regularly. So if there are any people out there who want to even give a little bit more and be more generous, we're open to any sponsors as well. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Alpern. Appreciate it. Mark. Okay. Thank you for that. A couple of other things. One of our grateful residents, Angel, is giving back to our community by donating his time to our puppy program. If you want your dog groomed, it's on Sunday, October 23rd at 9 a.m. It's going to be on Moon Doggies on Lincoln Boulevard, 1838. So if you need more information, call the front desk or talk to Angel. It's really awesome to see one of our amazing success stories give back to our community. So go ahead and take a look at that. If anybody has not seen Freedom Song, we're going to do a special performance on this Tuesday at 7 p.m. For those who have seen it, come back and bring a friend because it's an incredible, heart-opening experience and awesome that these three people up on stage are going to be a part of it. What other residents are part of Freedom Song? So come to see Samantha and Jade as well, and Jerry, of course. So that's going to be 7 o'clock p.m. A couple other things. Our sisterhood is putting together our annual holiday boutique, Sunday, December 4th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. I don't know if you noticed that giant billboard, our banner that's out in front of Beit Shuva. So thank you, Dana Gash, for that. And you can contact her for more information. Last two things. November 16th is an event with Natalie Shapiro. She's going to talk about food and mental peace and physical vitality and our relationship with food and our recovery. We're going to have in conversation with myself and community, so please come to that. And then 2 months from now, leading up to Hanukkah, this is going to be big, so please invite other people. A silent meditation retreat here at Beit Shuva, all day Sunday from morning to night. More details are going to come out this week, so thank you, Jesse and Sarah and Emma, for helping me put this together. It's going to be an incredibly powerful experience of being able to step through discomfort and come out stronger on the other side. One of the greatest sages of our time, Rabban Shimon Gamliel, said, "There is nothing better in life that I have observed than silence." And when was the last time you gave yourself the gift of being silent for an entire day? Okay? I know, it's so contrary, it's radical, and I guarantee you it'll be life-changing. I really hope that's the case. So join us December 18th for that. Lastly, Laura, choir. Choir's happening on Mondays at 6 p.m. So if you want to be a part of our Beit Shuva choir and share your voice, you don't have to have a good voice. Trust me, right? Please come, participate, and
It's going to be in the sanctuary.
In the sanctuary. So lastly, just a bunch of gratitude to everybody who made this happen, to our band, to everybody behind the scenes. Yeah, Jade, Samantha, Erica, Jesse, our new tech, our new sound guy, Austin O, replacing Max. To Sarah. Give it up for Joey Zaza back in the house.
All right,
Visiting. Who else?
One more time.
And August as well for our song, original song. We're going to close with May the Words.
May the words of my mouth, the meditations of my heart be acceptable, oh Lord, my rock and my redeemer. May the words of my mouth, the meditations of my heart be acceptable, oh Lord, my rock and my redeemer. May the words of my mouth, the meditations of my heart, may the words of my mouth be acceptable, oh Lord. May the words of my mouth, the meditations of my heart be acceptable, oh Lord, my rock and my redeemer. May the words of my mouth, the meditations of my heart, may the words of my mouth be acceptable, oh Lord. May the words of my mouth, the meditations of my heart be acceptable, oh Lord. My rock. I said, my rock and my redeemer.
Woo! All right. I love it when you guys jump the gun. but
Those
that was
fills at the
fantastic.
end. All right.
We needed like 5 people to match Russell's voice when he wasn't here, right?
Hey,
but I
they-
love it that you guys did that.
They did good.
They did excellent.
They jumped the gun a little bit, but they corrected
That's
it.
okay.
Here we
Practice.
go. Everyone, please rise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Good Shabbos, everyone.
Thank you for being here.